Page 26, Somewhere My Love. It's a theme from a movie. It's pretty. 3/4 time. We're not in 6/8 now. A 3/4 time quarter note gets a count. No sharps or flats in the key signature, so in the key of C major. Just check the notes and the rhythms here. I don't think the rhythms are a problem, but the notes. Starting out here, and they immediately want you to cross under and do a 2 here. The idea is we got a lot of notes to cover, and we need to be up in here, but that first note's out of place. So we'll start here, and then we'll cross over it. So really, we're in position in the second measure. The first measure is just getting us there. Remember, dotted half notes the same as 3/4 notes. So just 3 count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then a B, D. And here, connect these. That's awkward. It's hard to do. Tough. Do it anyway. Practice it very slowly. You're here. My hands, and I use the weight. I raise the wrist a little bit, and as I lower the wrist, I'm lowering the weight. And as I do that, I simply switch fingers. So the weight is pushing the notes down, not the fingers. The fingers just tell me which note the weight is on. And I can do the same way both ways. I tend to rock the hand when I do this. Rocking it back and forth actually. I'm just transferring weight from this side to this side of the hand. I'm still transferring weight. You'll figure it out. Again, the first line. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You get this a lot. So then that's tied forever. Second line, you got to rest at the end of the first line. You just come down 1. Now use the thumb as your pivot point to go wherever you're going. And here we're going to cross over to the 2 black keys, an E flat and a G flat. Here. And then 1, 2. And again, try and get them down at the same time. I'm not very good at that. And connect them. You want to connect all this together. And then the next line, well, you have a 1 beat rest at the end of the second line, so you come up. Again, you get a lot of these thirds like this. It really makes this piece, so this is a good piece for this learning. You should do it in both hands, but all right, whatever. And then you get a 1 beat rest, you come down 1. Now, 1 and 2 and. This is the first measure of the last line on page 26. Yay, team. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Thumb. 1 and 2 and. You can see the quarter notes in the left hand. Well, that 8th note is after the last quarter note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. And you cross the thumb under. And you reach up. Here. So forth. You get a 1 beat rest. Come back down. 1, 2. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tie. 2, 3. B flat here. And then a B natural. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2. And then a 1, 3. Lift up on this, you need to play the note again. Keep this note down. Connect it. Here. And then in the next measure, again, connect this and this. You got to use thumb. You're lifting up here because you got to use thumb again. Hold it down and go. So I'm connecting the melody. I want to connect that. Here, here, here. It's a good idea to learn to do that. You just will learn it now. The music's only going to get harder. So, and then lift up, a beat rest, come up. 2, 3. It's a 1, 2 on this because we need the 3rd finger for the B natural. And now here again, this is a little more advanced, but hopefully your fingers can deal with it. If mine can, I'm sure yours can. Something can, I don't know. 1, 5, and I'm going to pivot on the little finger. You know, I talk about pivot on the thumb. Well, we pivot on the little finger too. Actually, you can pivot on almost any finger. But here, I want to connect this. And they say 3rd finger. I'm going to use 4th because it's easier for me. I don't have to pivot so far. And then the last one is 2, 5. So I don't know why they want 3rd on that. I don't need, I can use 4. So that 4th line is here. Thumbs, I'm going to hold it down, lift up on the thumb, come over. I'm going to lift up on the, or actually here you can connect both notes. Here. So I recommend fourth finger on that. And then for the coda, you're here. So that's an F natural in the second. Remember, the sharp is only good for that measure, and they didn't give you a courtesy natural sign, but they don't need to. It's a natural. Take my word for it. That's good. Rest, and they got a 4. No, 2/4. Connect both notes. You get this quite a bit in music. You need to be able to do it, so I recommend 2/4 and then a 1/5. That's the right hand, piece of cake, right? Left hand's just broken chords mostly. It's here, C chord. We're not using the middle note is all. Don't worry about the slurs and stuff. Right now we're just playing the notes. You got fourth finger on that C. Technically, that's the position you're in. You'd use third finger. And you just stay in that position. Second line, third measure, it'd be second finger, because that's the note, that's the chord. So I recommend second finger, third finger and second finger. Top of page 27. Now you're ending page 26 here. And then you can scrunch up fourth finger, and you got C's forever. I don't like using a same finger all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people do. I just like to. It's a fairly slow piece. You're not going to play it all that fast, but still, I like to use different fingers. It's up to you. You can use 2/1. Just alternate them. Good luck with that. Or 1 and 3. However, or maybe you want to start each measure with the same finger. Maybe thumb. Thumb, 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 thumb. It's the natural accent is all. There's different ways of fingering it. There's no right or wrong here. Pick out a fingering if you want to do them all with the second finger. It's entirely up to you. I don't care, I can't hear you, but I'm not going to use the same finger. I'll use various fingers. I may use different fingers every time I play it, which is not a good idea. You should stick with one fingering. But I like to play around. I'm a rebel. What can I say? Third line down. Now you're to here. They're saying fourth finger. You can, if you want, start with fifth finger, because you've been up here. You can use fifth finger to start, and then fourth finger. The idea is the next line you need that's B flat. Well, actually, it's easier if you use third finger then. So maybe it's 5, 4, 3, and stick, then you're, and do 3. And the fourth line down, last two measures. Their fingering is a good one here. Thumb. That puts you in position. So. Put the hands together. Oh, okay. Here, slowly. And trying to connect everything now. I'll do all this staccato and phrasing junk later. I just want to connect everything together. Rest. I hope. Now look out here, that this gets a little tricky. It might be confusing for you. On page 27, third line here. You're starting out fine. You have all these accidentals, these flat signs. In the third measure, you have a B natural in the right hand. That is still a B flat in the left. See, these stabs are independent as far as these accidentals go. So, but a natural, it's, you just gotta love it. There's your love right there. And that's just. And so next measure, it's a B natural and a B flat. watch out on those accidentals. Just go through the whole thing that way. Just make sure you can play it. You don't have to go that fast. You take it your speed, but no hesitations, no wrong notes. Everything is, the beat is steady. Well, then we can add these articulation, the slurs and the staccato. In the right hand, go with the musical phrases. It's almost like each line is a musical sentence. You have to judge it. They got words here, and you can follow the words if you want, but generally it's the first line. Now when you get to page 27, it's the first two lines is one musical sentence. Just connect it all in the right hand. It doesn't matter what the left hand is doing. You just do your thing. The hands are going to be doing different things. Well, that's the way it is. In the left hand, it's a down, up, down, up. Remember our down, up, two-note slur thing? Short staccato. You might want to experiment a little bit with longer staccatos. They don't have to be short. So over time, experiment with it. It's ultimately, what do you like to hear? So. You experiment with it and see what you think, and go through the whole thing and then add in the staccatos and the slurs and all that wonderful stuff. Then we can add the dynamics. The dynamics are suggestions. They give you an idea. They say MP at the beginning. Well, that's the melody. The left hand has to be background. So whatever you think moderately soft is, keep the left hand out of the way. Stay in that general area. You don't have to stay right at that. You can get a little louder and softer as you feel the music, but it's going to be in that general area. Now when you get to the top of page 27, you come up to moderately loud. Just a little louder. They're both in the moderate range. Moderate soft, moderate loud. Just a little louder in the melody. So you're staying in there. Throughout page 27, you get a lot louder, soft as you do it. The coda, you're going to be moderately soft again at the coda, but there's a crescendo there. So you're going to go up to loud in the last two measures, so it starts moderately soft. There. I don't know why you want to end it loud, but they said to. So forth. Okay, I don't care for that, but that's what the music says to do. It's an arrangement. Once you play it like it's written, you can rearrange it. If you don't like the dynamics, change them. But let's do it the way it's written first. Speed-wise, a medium waltz is somewhere in the middle of the waltz. Not a slow waltz, not a fast waltz, it's a waltz. So there are different speeds for this. Just what do you think? For this is, you see on page 27 at the end of the fourth line, there's a DC al coda. The DC I think we've had before. It means go back to the beginning. Just go to the beginning. Don't pass go, don't collect $200 go to the beginning. The al coda means go to coda when you get to the sign. Well, the coda sign is a circle with the crosshairs. And that is at the end of the third line on page 26. And it says to coda. They don't need the words to coda. It's the sign you're after. So you go back and you play those three lines, and then when you get to that measure where the sign is, you immediately jump over and play the coda. And then you end it there. I'd like to play it with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. So I'll give us 3 counts. Let's try it together. And we're going to do the DC and the coda and the whole bit just like it's written. 1, ready, go. Beginning. To the coda.